ball. We took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-Hawks. I said the K-Hawks, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked I'll be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen, sophomores,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. My name is Todd Duke, and we are going to get you ready for a little Lady Kahok volleyball action, Southwestern Conference style, as your Lady Kahawks host the Belleville West Maroons. Again, my name is Todd Duke. Welcome in to the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network, brought to you by Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahawk Chicken Sandwich. Cafe Agape since 2012, offering catering and some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Cafe Agape, give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Collinsville comes into this contest with a record of 3-16. Belleville West comes in with a record of 7-3. That's right, they've played a lot less games than Collinsville have. Katie McCarthy is in her first year as head coach, but she is still out due to illness, and she is going to miss another game here tonight for Collinsville. So Dave Boger, the JV coach this year, will take over the helm as the coach for the varsity team as well. Belleville West, as I mentioned, 7-3. Lauren DiGirolamo in her 8th year brings a record with her, of 163 wins and 64 losses. Collinsville went 0 for 4 over the weekend at the Muscuda tournament. Losses to Freeburg, Centralia, Columbia, and Muscuda. The only set win in the whole weekend was the middle set of the match against Centralia. 25-22, dropped the first set 25-15, and then the third set 15-2. Belleville West, well, they started off the year with a 3-set loss to Muscuda. Then they won the Quincy tournament with 4 straight wins, followed by that with a win over East St. Louis before losing back-to-back games at O'Fallon and at Mater Dei. So Belleville West is 1-1 in Southwestern Conference play. And just like Collinsville High School, Belleville West has only 4 seniors on this year's roster. One of the seniors on our roster for the Lady Kahawks, I got to talk to her just a little while ago because there were no coaches available to talk, so we grabbed Emma Stouthammer, the senior libero for your Collinsville Lady Kahawk volleyball team, and we will pass that conversation on to you next as the Cafe Agape pregame show continues here on the Kahawk
Cafe
Sports
Agape
Network.
serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. We are back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Lady Kahawk Volleyball is what we have for you tonight, a Southwestern Conference match between Collinsville and Belleville West. I have no coaches to talk to tonight, so we figured we'd get a player, and we got senior libero Emma Stouthammer. Emma, first of all, thanks for doing this, and second of all, explain to me what a libero does.
So libero does only defense, so my job is to go in for the back row for usually our middles or anyone struggling in their defense position.
Now, you did not do that role last year. The young lady who did is no longer here, so you got that role. Were you excited, nervous, a little bit of both?
I was really excited for my time to finally be libero. It's definitely the position that I've liked so far during my volleyball career, so I was super excited to finally be able to step into that role.
So defense is the specialty of the Libero. Why do you like the defensive side of the game of volleyball more than the offensive side?
Well, if you can tell, I'm 5'2", so offense has never been a place where I've been able to excel due to my height. So defense has been a place where I get to really shine and be able to do what I do best.
Now you are fourth in the team on serves with 64, only 8 errors in that time. Do you relish the serving aspect of it too, and why?
I think serving's a completely mental game. Everyone's able to do it, so I think it's the one part of the game we get to control and have where we want the ball to go. Most of us can usually be able to do that and control what plays they get to be able to do on the other side of the net.
That's a good answer. All right, you guys are struggling a little bit. You're 3-16 on the year. Can you, as a player, tell me in your mind what you think is wrong, maybe, and how do you go about fixing it?
So we have a pretty young roster right now. So I think we all have the right pieces. It's just trying to figure out how to put them all together in the right spots to be able to get those wins.
All right, now you have a new head coach this year as opposed to last year, but you would be very familiar with Katie McCarthy because she was your JV coach while you were on the JV team. So tell me about the transition from going from Coach Hanger to Coach McCarthy and how much of an easy transition that was for you, or are you still making that transition?
No, yeah, it was definitely a pretty easy transition for us, especially seniors, because we've been here all 4 years, and Katie's been a second coach to us in varsity as well. So it's just a transition of learning her coaching style apart from Abby's. So I think, but the transition has gone pretty smoothly for all of us.
How tough has it been this last week not having her here?
It's been actually it's been sad for all of us. We lean on her a lot for support just during the game. She's a really positive person, so when we're down, we always look to her to help us out. So Dave's, different than that. He's pretty quiet on the sidelines, so it's been a big adjustment for us to do without her.
Now, did you have Coach Boger when you were on the freshman team?
Yes, I did. So yeah, Dave I'm also familiar with. I've had him all. And Dave's a very technical coach, so it's just he uses his timeouts to figuring out different plays and everything. So it's just adjusting to his coaching style as well.
You call him a technical coach. If you were a coach, what kind of a coach would you be?
I think I'd probably be more on Katie's side. She's definitely like a free spirit and tries to get everyone excited and just do their best and comfortable. But I probably would play a little bit into Dave as well with the technicality behind volleyball.
All right, now for the fun part. What's your favorite subject in school and why?
Probably math. Most people wouldn't say that, but I think I like that there's no gray area. I like the black and white, so you know if you're right or wrong for sure.
You would be surprised. I think about 85% of the students I've interviewed says math is their favorite subject.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you got a lot of friends in that department. Okay, opposite side, worst subject and why?
English. I want to really enjoy English. I've always taken like the higher AP level English, but it's definitely one that I've always struggled with to really dig deep and find the deeper meaning behind stuff.
Favorite movie?
San Andreas.
Favorite musical group or performer?
I don't know for sure. I like a lot of country, but I listen to a lot of different genres, so it's hard to pick one.
If you weren't playing volleyball, what sport would you be playing?
Probably soccer. I played it most of my life and then stopped right before middle school. So I wish I would have continued though.
What sport do you wish you could play?
Probably basketball. I think it's a really cool sport, but again, height, I limited myself with that, so I did never go into it.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to go into nursing. So
okay, this is a touchy subject these days. So you still thinking like that?
Yeah. So my dad's actually a nurse, so I got to see how everything played out during COVID, and I think it's awesome to see what impact they can make. So I definitely still want to go that route with it.
If you could dream as big as you wanted to dream, and I asked you that same question, you could be whatever you want to be when you grow up, what would that be?
That's a hard question. I would probably say teacher, because I think it's interesting to see the impacts that you can make on the younger generation, but teachers they have a hard work and not a lot of pay that goes along with it, so.
Being in the teacher industry, I appreciate that, because most kids say rock star, baseball player, NFL guy, NBA, stuff like that. Okay, let's get back to the task at hand. You have Belleville West tonight. This is a team that is giving you guys some fits over the years. What is it going to take to beat these guys tonight?
No, I think we just have to come out together tonight to really solidify our offense and our defense and be ready for whatever. They lost a lot of players last year, but I think all of us are ready for them to come in strong as well.
Senior libero Emma Stouthammer from your Lady Kahok volleyball team. Thank you very much, dear.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break here on the Cafe Agape pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the starting rosters for you, and we'll have more names and more numbers to throw your way. All that next coming up on
Cafe
the Kahok Sports
Agape
Network.
serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Time to get you ready for this game between Collinsville and Belleville West. Lady Kahok volleyball coming your way. Here are your starters for tonight. We'll begin with Belleville West. You will find outside hitters. They would be Ellie Coates, who is a senior, and Elise Gibson, who is a junior. Your middle blockers are Ashley Gluck, who is a junior, and Tony Clemens, who is a senior. Right side hitter is Madison Hamaker. She is a senior. Your setter is Maddie Shield. She's a junior, and your libero for Belleville West. Wearing the white jersey on the floor is Tori King. For Collinsville, your outside hitters are Megan Summer, the sophomore, and sister Sydney Summer, the senior. Your middle hitters, that would be Jenna Scheller, the junior, as well as Carson Mode, the freshman that makes it over on the varsity side today because Collinsville is still a little short-handed on their varsity roster. Your setters are Addie Johnson, the junior, and Mackenzie Johnson, the senior, no relation there. And Aubrey Johnson, the freshman, who is related to Addie Johnson, the junior, is not playing tonight. And your libero, you just heard her on the pregame show, that would be senior Emma Stouthammer. Told you a little bit about Emma's stats. 64 serves, only 8 errors on the year, but the leader in the serving department is the freshman, Aubrey Johnson, who has 11.9 aces as average on the year. She has served 84 times and has committed just 9 errors, good for 89.3%. Percentage-wise, Mackenzie Johnson, the senior, has a 93.2. She has served the ball 74 times and has only given up 5 errors on the year. In the blocking department, the leader in blocks right now is Riri Hill-Russell. She is not circled on here on the roster, and I do not see her here, so I don't think she's here tonight either. She has 14 total blocks on the year behind Jenna Scheller's 10, and Scheller is on the floor right now. And if you are wondering about the Belleville West Maroons, well, their leading blocker is Ashley Gluck with 17 and Tony Clemens with 10, so we're kind of right there with the leaders on our team as well. But again, Belleville West has played a few less games than we have. And we're just about ready to get underway. Addie Johnson will step back to serve it up for Collinsville. Belleville West on the right side of your screen, dressed in maroon jerseys, black shorts, except for the libero who has on the white jersey. Collinsville on the left side of your screen, purple shorts, white jerseys, except for our libero. Emma Stouthammer is in the purple jersey. We are underway, and up on the near sideline, just a little bit too short on that kill attempt by Madison Hanneker, and Hancomer, I'll get it right. Hancomer hit it into the net, 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. So Addie Johnson back to serve. Here it goes. Popped up in the middle, and the opposing libero, King, takes care of it, and Coates sends it over, but sends it over out of bounds, and Collinsville leads 2-0. JV, that ended early. That's why we're on early, and it was a 2-set sweep by Belleville West, 25-16 and 25-17. Johnson serves, and again, picked up in the back by King. Moved up front. Oh, what a block up front there by Scheller, and I think they're going to call that a point for Belleville West. Looked impressive from this angle. 2-1 in favor of Collinsville. Back for the first serve is Ellie Coates for Belleville West. It's on the way. Picked up in the backcourt by Megan Summer, and then Addie Johnson, instead of setting it up, just sends it over. Now King, she'll set it up, and a block up front, but this stays on this side of the net. And now Sydney Summer gets the ball back and finds an empty spot. Collinsville increases their lead to 3-1. Freshmen, they were still playing, but I know they're finished. We're just waiting on the final score of the third set. Collinsville won the first set in the auxiliary gym, 25-19. Belleville West won the next set, 25-16. And I'll get the score of that third set here sooner or later. Here is Sydney Summer to serve, and once again, King picks it up. And then over on the far side, Hancomer, and it's in this time, and it's a 3-2 lead in favor of Collinsville. Now Emma Stouthammer, our pregame interviewer, has to go back and retrieve the ball before we can get back to action. This is Ashley Gluck to serve it up, and it's on the way. Picked up in the back by Sydney Summer, way up high. Addie Johnson moves it up, and Mackenzie Johnson has to send it over. She does so, and she found a soft spot there, and Collinsville extends their lead 4-2. Apparently, Miss Lauren DiGirolamo got married at some point over the summer, so I was informed that her last name is now Edwards. Emma Stouthammer back to serve. It's on the way, and again, King picks it up in the middle of the court and then shoved up front, and that's a big-time kill over there right in the middle of the net by Tony Clemens. These ponytails, man. Covering up that number. I thought it was 5 for a minute, and I looked down and I'm like, wait, we don't have a 5 on that roster. It's 9. Part of it was blocked off. Brooke Duncan off the bench to serve it up for Belleville West. That one's picked up on a nice dig there by Sydney Summer over on the far side. Put over, but Belleville West keeps it alive, and then a whistle because Belleville West stepped under the net and over the line, so Collinsville gets a point, and it is now 5-3. I have a 23 on the floor for us, and I do not know who that is. My roster goes 22-25. 23 just saved it, though. Nice job. And Carson Mode in there on a block initially as well. Point belongs to Belleville West. 5-4 lead belongs to Collinsville. Back to serve it up for the Maroons is Elise Gibson, the junior outside hitter. Coach Edwards is telling her where to serve it, and she's ready to go. Here is that serve. Picked up by Stouthammer. Moves it up front. Mackenzie Johnson over to our number 23. I'll find somebody to track down and tell me who that is. 5-5. Collinsville out to the early lead, but Belleville West is caught back up. Here's another serve by the junior outside hitter, Elise Gibson. It's on the way. And Stouthammer picks it up. Set up for Addie Johnson. Down the line it goes and in. Just enough inside out of the outstretched hand of Gibson down there. And Collinsville retakes the lead at 6-5. And our phantom player number 23 serving it up here for Collinsville. Normally I have problems with the other team's rosters, not our own. And we get an ace off the hands of one of the defenders back there for Belleville West. So 7-5 in favor of us. Aubrey who? Aubrey Johnson, okay, I got you. So Aubrey Johnson is out here. She lost her jersey. Teenagers. Probably somewhere with a collection of lost socks over the years. So Aubrey Johnson, number 23 here today. Well, that helps. That's a good freshman contact to have around. 7-6, Collinsville leads by 1, and Belleville West with the serve. Picked up in the back, and that's off of the antenna. Over on the right-hand side for Megan Summer. Nice dig, but it went the wrong direction, and we're tied at 7. I guess there is one advantage to having a sick coach at home watching the broadcast is that if I mess up, she can tell me I'm messing up. Here's Stouthammer, and over on the side, Sydney Summer, and she drills one right in the middle. Collinsville back up front, back and forth we go. Collinsville hasn't relinquished the lead yet, though. Belleville West has tied it up a couple of times, but Collinsville has gotten the point right back. Stouthammer will go to the bench. Jenna Scheller comes back in, and back to serve it up. Our other freshman, Carson Mode. Carson sends it over. Picked up in the back by Gibson, and then over on the side, going to be a tough one to save, and a little one-hand shove over there by Malaya Sparks. Ties things back at 8. Stouthammer back in, Mode to the bench. Belleville West making a couple of changes as they bring back in starters Maddie Shield and Madison Hancomer. It is Shield who will go back to serve. Into the net it goes, and Collinsville is back to that 1-point lead. Addie Johnson, who started this set off by serving, will get another chance here. The junior ready to go. Hits it across. Picked up by King. Set up into the back for Sparks. And down the line it goes. Stouthammer tried to get to it but couldn't. And Sparks gives her team back that tie. Ellie Coates, original starter, comes back in. And she'll be the next up to serve. Coates brings it. Picked up in the back by Megan Summer and shoved over by Addie Johnson for Mackenzie Johnson. King, she picks it up over on the other side. Now onto this sideline, and Gibson gets it across. Nice save there by Collinsville. Set up for Sydney Summer. Down it goes. King and a player run into each other, and that causes the ball to go right to head coach Lauren Edwards. 10-9. Collinsville back up front once again. And here is Sydney Summer. Summer serves it up. Picked up by Coates. And a slam that was Ashley Gluck. It went off of the hand of Scheller and straight out of bounds. And once again, we're tied at 10. This is a lot of swings. 1 point Collinsville lead. Tie it up. That's all right. Here is Gluck with the serve. Picked up by that's out. Stouthammer put her hands down at the last moment, let it go over her head, and that ball went out of bounds, and you guessed it, Collinsville back up front by 1. Stouthammer's turn to serve. Emma sends it up into the middle again. Coates picks it up, and a set up there, and in midair, Clemens changed her mind, and instead of slamming it, she gave it a left hook, and down it went. We're tied at 11. And a timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke with you. Glad that you're with us. We had a full packed school here when I showed up. Girls tennis was going on, boys soccer was going on, girls volleyball was going on, and then the skies opened up and the rains came, and the girls tennis match, the rest of it, got washed away. Everybody left. Everyone boogied. 11-11, we are in the first set. Just got the update on the final set in the auxiliary gym. The freshmen ended up winning 2-1. They won the last set 15-12 over Belleville West. So the freshmen were winners here tonight. JV lost in 2 sets, 27-16 and 25-16 and 25-17. We're back underway here in the first set of this varsity match, 11-11, and nice save. Collinsville gets it over, a nice pop-up right in front. And then over on the far side, Belleville West sends it down, but that's out of bounds. Big strong hit there by Ryan Gamblin, and it was just a little too strong, and Collinsville's back out front by 1. Mackenzie Johnson back to serve for Collinsville. It's up and over, and it's picked up by Gibson, and then Gibson gets it back, sends it back over, and Mackenzie Johnson to Sydney Summer to Addie Johnson. She puts a pop-up over the net as well. Now over here on the near sideline, a kill shot. That was in for Elise Gibson. And Gibson will go back to serve. Malaya Sparks checks back into the game. 12-12. Gibson ready to go. Here it is. Picked up by Stouthammer. She pops it up, and Mackenzie Johnson just sends it over. Now Tori King over on the far side for Gamblin. Gamblin sends it over, saved by Sydney Summer. Now she gets it set right back up from Mackenzie Johnson. And a block for Belleville West, but they blocked it out of bounds. And Collinsville regains the 1-point lead once again. Aubrey Johnson back to serve. And the freshman sends it over, and Tori King sends it up, and back over this way for Sparks. Sparks, that one gets picked up nicely by Collinsville. Now Sydney Summer has to get it across. She does so. King pops it up in the middle, and then has to be sent over, and finally Gibson does. Now Mackenzie Johnson sets it up for Sydney Summer off of a hand, and down it goes. 14-12. How about a 2-point lead? Been a while. Aubrey Johnson again back to serve. She sends it across, barely tips over the net. King saves it though. Those are hard to save. Off of a hand up front, saved, and last effort wouldn't fall. Been a while since these Collinsville Kahoks have beaten Belleville West. Well, actually not that long ago. Last win was the second of 2 matches in 2019. After a 2-set loss at Belleville West in September, Collinsville got even with a home win in October, 25-19 and 25-17. That ball is in, and we are tied once again. But Belleville West kind of owns the series over the last 22 years since 1999. The Maroons are 21-8 against Collinsville, including a 4-2 mark in the playoffs. As we await a serve coming up from Chloe Breckel. In the middle, it goes to Stouthammer. Set up from Mackenzie Johnson to Sydney Summer. And again, a block out of bounds will give Collinsville back the lead. Last year, they just had the one meeting at Belleville West in that COVID-shortened season. Lost 25-15 and 25-17. Back to serve, Carson Mode. Little discussion at the scorer's table first. Last time these two schools went to 3 sets was October of 2018. Collinsville won the first set, then dropped the next 2. But the Kahawks got revenge by taking the regional semifinal game from Belleville West just 2 weeks later. And a out-of-bounds pop-up for Belleville West will give Collinsville back their 2-point lead. After that regional semifinal win, Collinsville lost the regional championship game to O'Fallon. Here's King with the pickup on the other side. And now a setup for Gluck and a nice pickup in the back for Megan Summer. And then we had a double hit by Collinsville to give the Maroons the point. And it's 16-15 in favor of Collinsville. Last 3-set win for Collinsville. You have to go back to October of 2013. Belleville West won the first set. Collinsville then won the next 2. Here's a serve that barely makes it over the net, and then Megan Summer sends it almost out of bounds, but Collinsville reacts very nicely. And Scheller found the spot that was vacated by Maddie Shield over in that near corner. And as soon as Maddie Shield started coming toward the net, Scheller said, well, I'll just put it where you just left. 17-15, back to a 2-point lead for Collinsville. Addie Johnson back to serve. She does so, picked up by King. Moved over onto the near side, and a tip across by Gibson. And that one is in, and back to a 1-point contest. 17-16, Collinsville with the 1-point lead. This game has been this close from the start. Serve on the way and picked up by Sydney Summer. And Summer's going to get it right back from Addie Johnson off of a hand in the backcourt. Picked up there by Coates. And now moved over, and Gibson hits that ball too hard. And out of bounds it goes, and Collinsville back to their 2-point lead. Told you about that revenge Collinsville win in the playoffs after they lost to Belleville West a month earlier. Last playoff loss to Belleville West was also in October of 2013. That was a battle in that one, to say the least. And that one's off the net and down. Collinsville now extends that lead out to 3. So that last playoff loss to Belleville West, October of 2013, check out these scores. 31-29 was the first game, and then 25-23. So those were some tight, especially that first one, man, 31-29. 19-16 here, and a kill shot attempt by Ashley Gluck, and it goes into the net, and Collinsville is the first team to hit 20. 20-16. Sydney Summer ready to go back to serve. Popped up, and a last-second decision there by Coates to use 2 hands. Pays off for her team at the end anyway. As Belleville West gets the point, 20-17. And here is Ashley Gluck coming back in as the libero Tori King goes to the bench, and Gluck will serve. Sideline, picked up by Johnson. Scheller with a chance, in the back too far. Out of bounds. Collinsville had a 4-point lead, now down to 2. 4-point lead was the biggest one of the night, or of this set. Gluck serves it up again. It's on the way and barely makes it over the net, and then it kind of rides up the arms there of Mackenzie Johnson. And it's back to a 1-point game. Gluck ready to serve it up again. Here it is. And Mackenzie Johnson wasn't sure if that one was going to go in or out. Now Johnson has to get it over. Almost some confusion over there by the girls. Over to this side, and Gibson sends it across. Nice pick up there by Sydney Summer. Scheller off of a hand, and down it goes. Collinsville back out front by 2. So nice job by the freshmen to come back in that third set and win 15-12. So the freshmen have won here tonight. JV dropped 2 sets, and here is Emma Stouthammer trying to get her team a little closer to a first set win here versus Belleville, 21-19. Here is Gibson. Oh, what a save there, but I think that was more like save your face kind of a move by Sydney Summer. And to put her hands up so she wouldn't get hit in the noggin. 21-20. Yeah, and here we are back to a 1-point game. And a timeout on the floor. We will step aside as well. We're back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Come on, camera, unfreeze. 21-20 in favor of Collinsville right now. Why is my screen frozen? Come on, you can work out of it. We know you can. All right, we're back underway, and it looks like the cameras decided to take a little time off as well for a moment. Nice save back there by Sydney Summer. Collinsville gets it over. Now a setup over here again for Gibson, and again a Sydney Summer save. Addie Johnson sends it across, and Mackenzie Johnson, gets it over. Now a save by Johnson to Sydney Summer, and that one's blocked down. And we are now tied at 21. Toni Clemens there with a block. Not sure if she was over the net when she did it, but it didn't get called that way. And now Hancomer back to serve it up another one, and this one is just over the net. Tipped it twice. Nice job on that save by Addie Johnson. Cross corner it goes from Mackenzie Johnson. Now back over here. Gibson has to get it across. She does. Sydney Summer saves it. Set up back over here for Mackenzie Johnson, and that one's out of bounds. And for the first time in this set, the Maroons have a lead. 21 for Collinsville, 22 for Belleville West. Hancomer ready to deliver another. She does. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson sets it up for another Johnson. All 3 of them were on that play. How about that? All I had to do was say Johnson, and I was right. Aubrey Johnson saves it over on one try, and then a kill attempt is just sitting there waiting for Toni Clemens. 2-point lead now for the Maroons. 23-21. Time to get some service points here. Mackenzie Johnson. She sends it over. Picked up in the middle by Coates. And now Gibson with another attempted steal. That was a nice save by Mackenzie Johnson on the feather touch. And then back in the back, Tori King picks it up and whistles stop play. Scoreboard says 23-22, so Collinsville gets a point. I'm not even sure what happened there. I don't know. And Elise Gibson is back to serve. I'm confused. Anyway, Summer picks it up. Johnson sets it up back for Summer. She'll send it across for King. And then back over here. Oh, man, should have let that one go out of bounds. Over on the far side, Johnson slams it across. Picked up by Belleville West. Back over to this side now for Coates. And then Sydney Summer picks that up in the backcourt. Now Sydney Summer will send it back over. And Belleville, they'll get their turn to set it up, and another slam try there by Clemens. Collinsville saves it this time. And Clemens will get another chance here. This time she'll just touch it over. And the Maroons are 1 point away from taking this first set, despite Collinsville leading for most of it. Well, leading is a little bit strong there. They were tied a bunch, too. Collinsville never relinquished the lead, though, till it was 22-21. Back to serve, Gibson. She sends it over. Stouthammer picks it up. Now Johnson sets it up for Johnson. Over on the other side, another setup coming over here for, oh, that one rolls down the side of the net. Collinsville gets a much-needed point back there. Oh, no, it did go over. 25-22. That ends set number 1. And Belleville West takes the first set, despite Collinsville having control most of the set. Timeout. We'll be back in a few minutes here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke with you. Glad you're with us on a, what is this, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. 25-22. That was the score of set number 1. Belleville West came back to win that one despite not leading at all until they got to 22 points. So Collinsville will have some work to do. And we will start off with Maddie Shield serving it up here in set number 2. There's the whistle. And we are underway. A nice line drive picked up by Stouthammer. Addie Johnson over to Sydney Summer. She just dumps it across. And backwards it goes. One more hit. That's all they get. And they send it all the way back over. Nicely done there by the Maroons. Here is Jenna Scheller with us. Oh, they said that was out. Wow. Obviously, that was opposite corner from where I'm standing, so I couldn't tell for sure, but that looked awfully close. 1-0 in favor of the Maroons. Another serve coming up here for Shield. She sends another line drive over. That one is picked up by Megan Summer. Moved backward by Addie Johnson. Slammed over by Mackenzie Johnson. And now a try here by Gibson. And that one's going to go all the way into the stands. Off of the hands of Megan Summer. And quickly it's a 2-0 lead in favor of Belleville West. And wait for that ball to come back out from the stands. That one went all the way up. Shield serves it again. And this one's coming my way. 3-0 in favor of the Maroons. I believe the JV soccer game got interrupted by thunder and lightning. So that game has been delayed in the middle of it. And then right into the net for Shield for that one to give Collinsville a much-needed point. 3-1. So we'll have to see if they even get the varsity game underway. And Collinsville gets their first serve of the second set, and it is the senior Sydney Summer. She sends it over. A little near sideline action picked up by Coates, and then Gibson over on the far side sends it right in between Sydney Summer and Emma Stouthammer. 4-1 in favor of the Lady Maroons. Back to serve now is Elise Gibson. She sends it over, and that one's a low line drive. Addie Johnson for Jenna Scheller, and that one's out of bounds. 5-1, Belleville West. Our next action will be boys soccer. We'll be on the road Thursday evening, bringing you the game from Belleville East. Here is Elise Gibson. Pop fly this time. Stouthammer to Johnson. Woo, big save there by Aubrey Johnson at first. But then Scheller couldn't save it the second time to keep it in play. And the Maroons have a 5-point lead here in this second set. So the Kahawks, a little snake bitten here. Here is Gibson again. She sends it over, and Sydney Summer got a piece of it. Stouthammer saves it, and then Summer will send it back over. Nicely done, ladies. Now back up front. Shield sets it up for Sparks, and that ball is down. Nice block up front by Collinsville. Kahawks get back to within 4. Tennis got wiped out earlier as well by the rains that came in. They said they were going to come in around the dinner time hour, and boy, did they. Nothing major, but all of a sudden I'm sitting here, and I'm like, what is that noise? It's raining. It was pouring. And Sparks will give Belleville West back a 5-point lead, 7-2. Ashley Gluck will check back in. She'll swap places with the libero Tori King, and back to serve will be Tony Clemens. Clemens delivers. Summer picks it up. Addie Johnson sets it up for Mackenzie Johnson. Cross corner it goes, and a save back there by Clemens. And now a shove over by Hancomer, and that one finds the empty spot. And it's 8-2 in favor of Belleville West. Timeout has been called on the court, so we will step aside as well, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117.
And back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke with you. 8-2 on the second set. favor of Belleville West. Collinsville has to win this set to send us to a third tie-breaking set. And right now, Kahok's trail by 6. Here's a serve by Clemens. Picked up by Sydney Summer, moved over to Addie Johnson, back for Summer. Off of a hand. And a little tip over, and Collinsville saves it. Popped up in the air, and now Mode will send it over on the last try. And then another slam shot. Mode gets a piece of that one. And then it's saved, but Mode couldn't send it over the net after the save by Addie Johnson. Great save that was. 9-2. Maroons with the win. All this happening while Tony Clemens is serving. And another Clemens serve is across the net. Sydney Summer picks it up. Emma Stouthammer sends it back. And then Johnson has to send it over, and she does. Clemens takes care of the first hit. Shield to Sparks. And back over it goes. And now Hancomer, she sends it over. Addie Johnson sets it up for Aubrey Johnson, and it's blocked right back to where it came from, except there was no way that Aubrey Johnson could react fast enough after she sent it over, and Ashley Glut picks herself up a kill. And the Maroons lead 10-2. Clemens sends it over again. Picked up by Sydney Summer. Addie Johnson sets it up backwards for Mackenzie Johnson off a hand, and then Clemens saves it to Shield. And that is out of bounds. Too hard of a hit there by Hancomer, I believe, and Collinsville gets a very much needed point. Kahawks down by 7. Have a lot of work to do to make up here. Here's a serve by Mackenzie Johnson. And set up for Sparks. Off of a block, nicely done, Addie Johnson. And then Hancomer sends it over. Picked up on a nice dig by Mackenzie Johnson. Now Addie Johnson again sends it over. This time it's picked up by King. Hancomer sends it back, and King gets the return and sends it across. And now Mackenzie Johnson over on the far side for Aubrey Johnson, and she went out of bounds. Hit the candy cane over there, and it's 11-3. Junior Sophia Kiefner checking into the game for the first time. And Chloe Breckel back to serve it up for Belleville West. 11-3 lead. Collinsville has a lot of work to do. Here is Summer. Over to Mackenzie Johnson, and then Aubrey Johnson sends it across. Saved up there by King, and then a last-second reaction kept Belleville West from dropping that point. Now Mackenzie Johnson for Sydney Summer, and down the sideline it goes. And Collinsville gets one of those back. It's 11-4. Back to serve it up, Aubrey Johnson. Johnson. Oh, barely over the net. King saves it. And then sent over, and a nice block there. But Belleville West has a nice reaction to it. Now Sparks will send it over on a last hit. Set up for Johnson for Summer. Off a block, and down it goes. And Collinsville gets another much-needed point. Back to within 6. 11-5. Need young Miss Aubrey Johnson here to get one of those service rolls. And I think she had like a 9-pointer against Altoff or somebody. Highland, I don't remember. I do so many games, they all kind of blur together. Here is Gibson. She'll send it across, and saved by Aubrey Johnson. And Addie Johnson will get it from the other Johnson, McKenzie. Now sent over. Collinsville sets it up. Far side, Sydney Summer. She'll just launch one, trying to float one of those into the middle. And that was almost a missed hit over there by Belleville West, but we stay alive. Here is Sydney Summer again. Down the line again. She has that foresight. Got eyes like a chameleon, man. One looks down the line, one looks at the ball, and we're good to go. 11-6. Collinsville back to within 5. Aubrey Johnson delivers another. Picked up in the back by Breckel. And now Sparks gets it over. Sparks saves that one again, and she was going to get it right back. Nope, it goes a little farther outside. Stouthammer gets it up to Mackenzie Johnson. She slams it over on the second shot, trying to catch him off guard. And then Sparks sends it cross corner. And now up in front of the net, Mackenzie Johnson for Sydney Summer. Back in the corner and knocked out of bounds. Not sure if that might have been going out of bounds or not, but Tori King sent it that way. And Collinsville, with quite the comeback here, trailing 11-3, has scored 4 straight to make it 11-7. Here again is Aubrey Johnson. Johnson sends it across. King picks it up. Now set up over on the side, and that one ping-ponged off of a couple of players, and that was a heavy slam there by Ashley Gluck. And Belleville West breaks a 4-0 run by Collinsville, and now it's 12-7. Ellie Coates back to serve for the Maroons. She does. Picked up by Stouthammer. Moved from Johnson over to Sydney Summer, and she was so close to the padded Kahok thing over there at the end, she didn't have enough room to do anything with it. 13-7 in favor of Belleville West. Coates ready to serve it up again. She does. Picked up by Megan Summer. Now Sydney Summer's turn after a setup. And that was a point for the Maroons. On, I think, a double hit by Collinsville. 14-7. So the Maroons have now doubled up the Kahawks. Down the line it goes. Megan Summer to Mackenzie Johnson to Addie Johnson off of a couple of hands up front, but Belleville West keeps it alive. Now they'll shove it over, and Sydney Summer will save it. She'll get it back from Mackenzie Johnson, and King saves it with a one-arm try back in the back. Stouthammer has to jump up front to help to get that one over, and then block back over. Sydney Summer in front of the scorer's table sends it back into the middle, but Stouthammer was out of position and had to reach back for that one, and that did not work out in her favor. 15-7 in favor of Belleville West. We will not have a post-game interview. Talked to Elise Halbrooks last time we were here, so we're not going to go down that well again. And I know that Coach Booger has been very busy coaching both JV and the varsity team here tonight, so we're not going to bother him either. We'll get back to regular action. Belleville West hits that one out. Next week, we'll have some more volleyball action for you, and we'll have our head coach back, and we'll get back to regularly scheduled programming here. 15-8, Collinsville trails. And not a good debut there by Sophia Kiefner as she sends the first serve she gets here in this contest out of bounds. So 16-8, Tori King back to serve. 1 week from tonight, we'll be right back here as the girls play O'Fallon. This is the first of 4 out of 5 against Southwestern Conference teams. So they got to pick up some Southwestern Conference wins. Here is King. She'll send it over. And picked up by Megan Summer. And now Mackenzie Johnson for Addie Johnson. And Addie sends it over from an off angle. And then all it did to do was hit some hands. And that angle played in her favor. 16-9 Maroons with the lead. And for her efforts, Addie Johnson will come back to serve. Addie sends it over. King puts it up front, and a no look by Brooke Duncan, and Collinsville sends it back that way, and the Kahawks get a point back to within 6. Kahawks got it back to within 4 a little while ago when it was 11-3. Kahawks rattled off 4 straight points and got it from 11-7, but Belleville West has gotten a couple of those right back, and it's a 6-point lead now. Addie Johnson sends it up the line. It's picked up back there by Breckel. Moved up front, and then Gibson sends it over. Scheller sets it up for Sydney Summer, and it's off the net and right back to her, but she couldn't get to it in time. 17-10. I take it that the boys' soccer matches have been canceled because Coach Smith is back in the building, our athletic director, and that would be my guess. Maddie Shield back to serve it up for the Maroons. Low line drive shot. That one had some knuckle movement on it. Addie Johnson sets it up for Mackenzie Johnson, but she was standing out of bounds and hit it across the court, and that went out of bounds as well. 18-10. Timeout called by Collinsville. We will step aside as well, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com.
Back to action here at Virgil Fletcher, and Sydney Summer sends it across, and Tori King saves it. And now Stouthammer saves it, but right into the net. And there wasn't anything that Scheller could do about that afterwards. 19-10. Belleville West extends their lead, and Collinsville has got a lot of work to do if they're going to extend this to a third set. Serve by Shield, right down the middle and out. That'll help a little bit. 8-point advantage here for Belleville West. And Sydney Summer back to serve it up here for the Lady Kahawks. On the way, picked up by King. In front, Shield sets it up for Gibson. Gibson found that wide open lane. All right, down the middle, 20-11. Belleville West 5 points away from a two-set sweep. And now Elise Gibson, after securing that point, will go back to serve. Popped up. Set up. Addie Johnson for Aubrey, and right into the net it goes. 21-11. Collinsville trailing by 10. Gibson. Serves, and Stouthammer digs it up. Set up over on the far side. Now Aubrey Johnson sends a low line drive that Tori King could only get a right hand on, and that one straight out of bounds. Scheller to the bench, and the junior Sophia Kiefner back in. The senior, libero, Emma Stouthammer serves in the middle, picked up by King. Shields will set it up over here on the far side for Sparks, and that's off of the hand of a diving Sydney Summer and out of bounds. 22-12. Tony Clemens ready to serve for the Maroons. On the way, picked up by Sydney Summer right in the back. And then Addie Johnson shoves it across without setting it up. Now a set up over here for Belleville West off a block, and that one is in. And the Maroons just 2 points away now from a two-set victory here tonight. Clemens ready for another serve. She does. Summer sends it up front, set up by Addie Johnson, back to Sydney Summer, and she hits it into the net. Like I said, snake bitten. Collinsville controlled most of that first game. Belleville West did not have a lead until it was 22-21. Collinsville drops the first set, and I think it affected their second set. Popped up. Sydney Summer sends it across. Saved by Clemens. Now a setup, and back in the back, Stouthammer can't keep it in bounds, and that's going to do it. 25-12 in the next set, and Belleville West completes the two-game sweep. Same thing on the JV side. Freshmen won tonight, though. Took them 3 sets, but they came out on top, and we'll tell you a little bit more about everything as we welcome you into the Chiropractic Works post-game show, brought to you by Dr. Chris McCluskey and his crew at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. They are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville at 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Kahok's dropped 2 sets to the Belleville West Maroons tonight, and the postgame show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Not a good night for the Lady Kahok volleyball program as they get 1 win out of the 3 matches that were played here tonight. The only winner, the freshman ladies. They won their first set 25-19. Belleville West won the second set 25-16. And then Collinsville came back and picked up set number 3 in the auxiliary gym, 15-12. Here in the main gym, the JV team dropped their first set 25-16 and their second set 25-17. On the varsity side, Collinsville and Belleville West went back and forth in that first set. And a bunch of ties, a bunch of 1-point leads by Collinsville, and every once in a while a 2-point lead by Collinsville. And Belleville West never trailed in that first set until they took the lead 22-21. They ended up winning that first set 25-22. And then the second set, as I mentioned, I think ladies were a little snake bitten, and they dropped that second set 25-12. So the Lady Cahoks now 3-17 on the year after 20 games played in the season. The ladies will be back in action, but they will be on the road on Thursday as they are at Alton. We'll be on the road as well, but we're not going to be in Alton. We're going to be in Belleville East to bring you boys soccer. By the way, the boys soccer games over at the Kahok Stadium did get canceled because of the weather, and they have rescheduled the varsity-only match tomorrow at 6:30. I cannot be there for that one. I have previous plans. So I will be back in action with you on Thursday with some boys soccer at Belleville East. And, of course, we are back home for week number 4 of the high school football season, and your 3-0 Collinsville Kahawks will look to go to 4-0 as they welcome the Trojans of Charleston into town for a 7 o'clock start. And then that's it. Nothing on Saturday, and obviously nothing on Sunday. We'll be back in action a week from tonight here in this gym for some more volleyball action and another big Southwestern Conference game against O'Fallon. So until Thursday, when we bring you boys soccer from Belleville East, my name is Todd Duke. Big thank you to Emma Stouthammer for joining us in the pregame show. And until Thursday, everyone have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening.